Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 4 of the Andrew Walker Show. I am your host, of course, Andrew Walker. And folks, it's that time of year. The air is getting kind of crisp. Kids are back in school. And for this episode, I have 3 local people that also are going back to school. And they have different motivations for being here, but we'll get to know them as the episode goes on. First, to my right, we have Mr. Surrealistic. Say hello to the folks out there.
Hey, everybody. I hope you're all just mellowed out.
Next to him, we have Miss Jessie Kleibutt, a senior at Kaleidoscope High.
Don't be messy, vote for Jessie.
Yay. And then on the end here, we have Mr. Mellow, who is a motivational speaker and an Amazon book author. And he brought one of his books with us.
Yes, accomplished author. How to Get in Trouble in High School.
There we go. So I'm going to start with you, Surrealistic. Now, you told me before we started recording that you're a bus driver and that you also drive a bus for the Kaleidoscope High School district.
That's right.
How's that going for you?
You know, I love it. I can't think of a better job. You're surrounded by kids all day long.
That's a good thing?
Well, you got that 4-hour break. See, it's kind of neat the way they do it. You got an 8-hour shift, but it's 4 hours in the morning, 4 hours to get high and then come back down again, and then 4 hours in the evening to take the little darlings home.
Whoa. Let's back up a minute. You said get high?
Well,
in the middle of the day?
You know, sometimes the screaming and the yelling and the mommy, and he's touching me and I don't want this, it kind of gets to you, you know, so you kind of mellow out, kind of calm down, kind of go into your own little trance state, you know?
What kind of music do you like to listen to during that time?
Oh, everything. Heavy metal, hard rock, death metal, it's all the same. It's just down, calm.
It seems like you'd like some more calming music rather than death metal, like some Donovan, some Doors.
You know, you talk about that.
Some Kinks.
You sit by the edge of the water and all those waves just gently coming into you and all that. That stirs me up and I just want to go out and bite something.
I think you're putting somebody to sleep over here. I don't know.
Wake up.
Yeah, Mr. Mellow. So Jessie, you're a senior, I take it. Is that correct?
Yep.
And you have some pins on your
Yes.
person. Can you tell us what that's about?
Well, I am running for class president. Sir, you gotta wear one for me. I'm my bus driver.
Yeah.
And anyway, for Jessie for 24, and don't be messy, vote for Jessie so we can clean the act up.
It rhymes.
And I was gonna do like don't be a nut, vote for butt, but it didn't have the same ring to it, so that's why we're going for don't be messy, and we're gonna clean up everything, clean up the school. Although I don't know how much we can clean up, you know, sir. Well, we just call him Sir. What is it, Sir? What?
Well, my last name is Realistic. You gotta understand,
Surrealistic.
my parents thought they were funny.
Ah, well, we just call you Sir all the time, and I'm okay with that. You're pretty cool. You're very nice, and you're clean, so you're not very messy. I'll just keep the drug use. I'll keep that quiet, okay?
That's why I keep the window open.
Okay. So yeah, so that's what I'm running for class president. I've had a really rough few years, and I don't like everybody picking on everybody, and I'm gonna change stuff.
Go
Sounds
Jessie.
good. All right, Mr. Yellow, you look like you're about to sneeze over there. Is everything okay?
Yeah, there was a funny smell that wafted over this way, but could have been that getting high or something. I don't know. I'm really not standing for that. But yeah, they call me Mellow Yellow. That's right, Slick.
Yes.
Forget it. Okay.
I think that was Donovan that wrote that. Could be wrong.
That's where I got it from.
Okay.
Yeah, you can rip off certain parts.
We just can't play the music on this because it's going on YouTube and it'll get taken down.
Right, and if I sing it, you would not have a show anymore.
Yeah, but everyone would.
Probably wouldn't.
We would get
recognize
canceled immediately.
Right. If you don't get canceled for this drug using.
For this guy,
hippie bus driver here, but you know
They made it legal though, didn't they? Make it legal.
That's
Some of it they made legal.
not when you're driving a bus. It stays in your system for a month.
Whoa.
You can beat that.
Okay.
Anyway, let's talk about my book.
Yes.
How to Get in Trouble in High School. Kids, the first tip to getting in trouble in high school, listen. show up on time. It drives the teachers crazy.
Really?
Yes.
Jessie, is that true?
Well, I don't know. We'll always end up being a little late because he
nobody
likes
cares.
to take his time and he goes along the road and just feels the hills. So we just enjoy the ride. I don't know. We don't usually ever on time.
And you never get in any trouble.
Never.
See, that's my point.
You got to look at the positive side.
I guess.
Interesting. So, sir, how long have you been driving a bus, for this school?
Wow. What year is it?
2024.
I don't think he can remember.
Well, I seem to remember that there was a 19 on my application. So probably 20-some years.
At least 25 years.
Yeah.
All right.
I know. You've been there ever since I was just started school back in kindergarten.
And I'm careful, too. You even said that.
Absolutely.
I take my time. I don't be throwing you kids around the bus.
No.
Because, even the state of Michigan doesn't require seatbelts. So I got to be slow and easy.
Yeah.
Like the turtle. Slow and steady wins the race.
So, sir, I have to ask you, how was her behavior on the bus? How's Jessie's behavior?
Oh, Jessie, she's a little sweetheart.
Never gets in
She's
trouble?
a doll.
Thank you.
No, she gives me money every week so she can do whatever she wants.
Money for what?
Well,
Be careful there. This is a school.
I know.
well, Jimmy used to trip me every time I got on the bus. And so, I was like, he was stealing my money and he's like, hey, yeah. And I gave him just a quarter of half my milk money and we figured it out. But he took care of Jimmy. Every time Jimmy gets on the bus, that little foot goes right out as he's coming up the stairs. He doesn't trip me anymore.
Right.
And,
Now the bus
and as
driver's
soon as
tripping.
he turns 18, there'll be a little something the police are going to find in his backpack, and you won't see him again for 6 to 12.
Wow.
You've done this before.
So you're not going to be hiding.
Not confirming nor denying.
All right, Pat. Let's hear a little bit more about that book.
Sure.
I'm curious about it.
Okay.
So it's ways or how to
Get in trouble
in
high
trouble.
school. There's 3 different yellow levels. Okay, you got mustard yellow, which
dark
is showing up on time, and that just you'll notice if you do that to the teachers, they'll turn that shade.
Ooh.
Okay, that means you're almost in trouble. This
Well,
shade,
that's what color Sir looks like when he first picks us up.
right.
and he-
Like
But when he's done,
his
he
skin.
looks-
He kind of, and
Yeah.
his eyes, the whites of his eyes are kind of that color,
Right.
but he kind of warms up as the day goes through.
Right, that's called jaundice from driving a bus too much and doing other things. So,
Yeah.
okay, so level 2 yellow is when you actually take a test and keep your mouth shut. Okay, when you take your a test and keep your mouth shut, the teachers do not know how to handle that. It drives them bonkers. You might not see it on the outside, but inside there's these little ping pong balls going around. Why is he doing that? Now, if you asked all sorts of questions, didn't finish the test, the teacher would not get to this level. Okay, so show up on time, take the test, and you're going to see this.
All right.
The big one, do you want to know the big one? Or you want to save it for later?
I'm 50-50 on it. I'll go yes.
That's the
Oh, okay. Let me
dandelion
know.
yellow.
Okay, so the big one is when you bring in donuts to the teacher. You want to hear a teacher just lose it, bring them donuts.
They'll knock that box right out of your hand and then make you pick them up, right?
They might.
Yeah.
They might. Your teacher might have done that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they did.
Normally, they become so ineffective that they turn this color. Okay.
Was your teacher a diabetic?
My
That's
sources
what it
tell
was.
me yes.
That's what it was. Anyway, so those are 3 big things about getting in trouble in high school.
Okay.
Okay, and I'll be, if you catch my lecture in the hall and the big cafeteria
Yeah.
thing, you'll learn more about it.
Okay. Great.
It reminds me of that yellow. It reminds me a lot of the number 2 pencils because, it's my job. I sharpen up all the pencils for all the students in every class that I'm at. And I'm trying to get them from sticking them in the ceiling, So I've been putting little labels on them so I know who's been doing it and then I can report back.
That's the color.
Yeah.
And she's really good at it because before she started, they used to stick them in each other.
Oh,
And now, even if they throw them up in the ceiling, they're all still short because they're little kids and they can't reach them. So you could credit her with enhancing safety.
so Mellow, where do you have a chapter in your book about if you stab a
stab-
student? Yeah, a
Okay.
fellow student.
So, in this school here, because of you, they have gone to electronic pencils. Okay, so if you really want to get in trouble, okay, this drives Bill Gates crazy. If you use one of his electronic pencils and try to, poke it into another human being, it shorts it out, and they have to recode.
pencil.
Yeah, the pencil, and they have to recode it. Bill
Oh,
Gates he has no hair left because of this.
So is an electronic pencil kind of like a stylus that you use on a tablet?
Actually,
Or-
it's a 48 volt. Okay,
so it's like a cattle prod.
It's like
Exactly, man.
Remember,
It's
Bill
like
Gates-
a taser, man,
Yeah,
because
like
it's
that.
so easy.
Bill Gates made this thing. So, when you do that, it has a safety and automatically shorts out. And then it goes back up to Bill Gates' brain, and he loses one neuron.
He's got a direct connection.
He does, yeah. It's like that mind meld.
Yeah, yeah.
I can read
Wow.
your mind.
If you put one of these on the inside of every book, I will give those out. When I'm elected president, I will distribute and raise funds to buy a book for every student in the school.
Deal.
Do you hear that? Vote for Jess, and you get to learn how to be a terrible student at school.
That's right.
Yeah. Now,
Now-
speaking of cattle prod, did you ever get cattle prodded when you were protesting Vietnam?
Well, man, it was kind of yes and no. I mean, that's what made me
wanna
think
hear
about all this because, protests in Vietnam was necessary.
Yeah.
And by the way, when you become president, are you going to stop the war in Vietnam?
Man,
Somebody's got to, man.
That
It's
ended-
been going on for so long.
That ended 49 years ago.
yeah, it's a long time ago.
Precisely.
What-
1975 ended.
What year is this again?
2024.
Can I have a pencil and paper to figure out the math? Never mind, I'm not that good
Only
at
if
math
it's electronic. Only if it's
Only-
electronic.
oh, yeah,
Don't
sorry.
give them a real
No,
pencil.
no
Don't do
cattle
it.
prods, no cattle prods.
Don't do it.
You were going to say something, Jessie, before I interrupted you?
I was just saying, I think you were in Vietnam with my dad, and that might have been why you got the job on driving the bus, and we go way back, and you might have forgotten that.
Your dad was in Vietnam?
Yeah.
Was he 55 when he had you? I'm trying to do the math there.
He could have been.
No, I
Because
remember.
my
wait a minute.
dad's 69, and he missed the draft by like 3 months.
My
So-
mom was a lot younger than him. We don't talk about that too much.
Oh, okay.
Because, yeah.
Best not to delve into those family
You
personal
know,
or
I remember
things.
your dad.
Oh.
He was like the company clerk. He was a whiz with paperwork. I think that's how I got the job.
His wife was a lot younger.
His wife, you mean your mom?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, a
Was that his
lot
first
younger. We don't talk
you don't
about
know. Okay.
we don't talk about anything that happened before me.
Do you got
so-
brothers and sisters?
Not that I'm aware of.
Not in this country, man.
I did that ancestry thing, and I think I've got some cousins, but I don't recognize their names, so I'm trying to figure it out. That's all.
Man, I did that ancestry thing, and you know what it told me?
What did it tell
It
you?
told me I was related to a wombat.
Really?
I can believe it.
Well, they're cute little things. It didn't hurt my feelings. I thought it was kind of a nice thing.
Aren't they from Australia?
He's got the ears.
So you
nice,
have
yeah.
family in Australia.
Well, no, I brought them all over here under chain migration.
Sure.
Okay.
You know when they had the big fire in Australia a couple years ago? I brought all the surviving wombats over here.
And that's how, okay.
You should see my backyard.
It checks out. Sir, I have a question for you. So everybody knows that bus drivers in the Kaleidoscope High School District have quarterly drug tests. I want to know, how exactly do you pass yours?
You're not recording this, right?
No, this is just for fun. This
Well,
is not going up on YouTube next week.
Here's what you do.
Growl or yellow?
Here's what you do.
Yeah?
You go over there and they give you a little cup. Well, the first time or two, you miss it on purpose. And leave it all sticky and give it back to them. And sometimes they just say to heck with it and fill it themselves and let you go.
They fill it themselves?
Well,
They're
you
in a
never know
hurry.
what you're going to get.
You know, these accountants want to make their statistics look better. So they go through all this stuff, and you know what? Nobody's caught them yet.
Okay.
3 shades of
could-
yellow.
Three
You could
shades
get
of
the
yellow.
the
Or
fake-
applesauce. Don't forget applesauce. Look at a can of applesauce.
and then when they test it at the
Okay.
lab, they're going to say, "Oh yeah, this is perfectly fine urine. This will immediately pass."
No, they say you got diabetes, and then you're one of the protected classes, and they can't fire you.
Applesauce, not apple juice, applesauce.
That checks out.
They might be kind of concerned that it's a little clumpy, isn't it?
I don't know how that comes out.
I'm just, it's all right.
You know, you're right, because the applesauce is what you mix with vodka to get sleeplesauce for babies, puts them right to
Yeah.
sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's why I look the way I do. My dad must have used that recipe.
Right, the yellow goes back to everything. You'd look like
Yeah.
this after you
Yeah.
drink that concoction.
Okay, Mellow.
Yes.
Now, is this your first book? Because you're an acclaimed Amazon author, so I would think you might have other books.
Yeah, one of my other hit books was How to Be a Millionaire Without Really Trying. Okay, and of course, How to Be a Millionaire Without Really Trying is to write an Amazon book about schools. Okay, anything you write about schools is going to be popular. I stay away from political stuff because, that's dicey. It's 50-50. Whatever happens with that. But you write about schools and how to do stuff. Here's the 3 keys. Okay, family friendly,
Yep.
educational,
Check.
and 5th grade reading level.
Ding, ding, ding.
Right. That's all you need to become a hit Amazon author like myself.
Right.
Why 5th grade? Why not 4th or 8th grade?
Well, here's the thing. Okay, the reading standards have dropped. The newspapers back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s would write their articles to 8th grade educational level. The 2000s rolled around. We're down to 7th grade. 2010, we're down to 6th grade. So ever since then, they've gone 5th grade. Like who's smarter than a 5th grader?
Right.
Because most people just can't read past a 5th grade level. Proven fact.
So during COVID, did you write this book during COVID when you saw how behind the kids were getting because they didn't have the right structure, they weren't in class learning, and how a couple years from now we're going to have a whole generation of kids, we're going to be leaders one day, that are just feral people, to be honest?
Right.
Yeah.
But the thing is if you know how to cause trouble, like I laid out, you get out of that feralness because you have something to concentrate on.
Finally.
Feral is just bouncing around like a cat off the walls, doing all this stuff. If you have something to concentrate on, so if you're going to go to school, show up on time.
Yes.
I'm going to be on time. I don't care how late I stayed up doing video games.
And I'm going to piss those teachers off by being on time.
That's
On time.
right.
Hey, I just had a flash, man.
Okay.
Aren't you the guy that wrote World Domination by 1998?
That was on Pinky and the Brain. So,
for
and I was
Animaniacs.
a writer for Pinky and the Brain,
Wow.
but
Me and my sister watched that all the time.
Pinky and the Brain.
Wow, 1998, that was a long time ago.
Before you were born.
Yeah.
3 years before 9/11.
Like, can't we, be in the 2000s?
Sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like, I don't know anything you're talking about.
He's in the 2000s.
Well,
I'm not the oldest man in the world, but I'm
no,
working
I
on it.
know, but you're talking about things I don't know what to talk about. I remember COVID, but I thought we got picked up all the time on your bus. I don't know.
Jesse, so
That's
what sort of things do you concentrate on so you're less feral?
Less feral? I wouldn't say I was feral.
You were.
I mean, like I'm trying to do things right, although I really like this book because maybe I'm not doing the right things because, I'm always late and but I thought that was okay thing because nobody ever got mad and we have a great time on the bus. I do talk a lot and I do ask a lot of questions because I really want to be class president and teachers do have some influence with the other kids. I don't really know because I'm trying to be cool. But whatever. I don't have any. That's why I'm working on. I'm, trying to get, people who have some influence on the teachers, and obviously somebody who has way more influence on the other students. Because if I can get, Sir over here to be on my side, other students will follow.
It's cool to get in trouble.
I'm working on it.
I'm like her campaign manager.
Bring donuts.
Really?
Yeah, because everybody thinks he's cool. I'm not so much, but he's got my back. So I'm hoping that together we can get people to vote
Rubs
for me.
off.
Exactly.
Got it.
Yep.
Good philosophy.
And you know the secret to being cool?
I'm all ears.
Not trying to be cool.
Just being
Think about it. Just mellow,
mellow, chill out.
tranquil.
Well, I put some flower power here, and I'm just
working.
trying, isn't it? It's
Looks
working,
good.
right?
Yeah,
All right.
absolutely.
All right.
I would never say that you weren't cool, ever.
I'm
I would
just-
never say that.
Yeah.
And you know one of the really great things about being feral?
Go on.
You never miss a meal.
You don't?
Nope.
Because you get food anywhere.
Exactly.
On the street.
Yep.
Dumpster dive, whatever you need
Exactly.
to do.
Hey. Stay away from my pets.
All right, on this
Your
show,
pets don't taste that good anyway, man.
we like to do a segment where we play a game called Would You Rather. It's a very easy game. We play it on most episodes. So I'm going to give you two options, and you have to pick which one you would do. And you have to pick one. You can't. There's no cop outs, and you have to justify your
I
answer.
don't see no cops anywhere, man.
Yeah.
There's no cop-outs.
Yeah.
Cops out.
Okay.
This
cool,
isn't
cool.
this isn't the 1968 Democratic Convention. There's no cops here.
No cops.
No cops.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Really?
Protesting in Vietnam.
Yeah.
So we'll start with
I must need a smoke.
Mr. Mellow Yellow. Would you rather be a genius in a world of unintelligent people, or be unintelligent in a world of geniuses?
Well, of course, I'm going to pick number one.
I was going to say you're already
because
a
I am a
genius.
genius
Yeah.
in a world of fifth grade readers. So yeah, number one. That's an easy one. I'll take that.
All right, Jessie, this one's for you. Would you rather be able to fly or be able to breathe underwater?
Oh, that to me is pretty easy. It's definitely breathe underwater. I am a Pisces, and I love to be in the water. And my grandpa showed me this movie once, The Incredible Mr. Limpet. And I thought it was the greatest show ever because he got to turn into a fish. And
Is it live action with a little bit of animation?
yeah, it was some guy from Barney Fife, dude.
Don Knotts?
I'm not.
I think that was
I never
his
saw it, but I
name,
remember
You know,
seeing snippets of it when I was a kid.
So I don't know. I thought it was really cool, and I'm like, that's what I would love to do: is live as a fish.
Cool,
Well,
cool.
Could be
Okay.
Mrs. Limpet.
Are you
could
are you
be
a
Mrs.
are you a
Limpet.
pescatarian?
I am a pescatarian. I
So every
do
time
my
you go
best,
underwater, you
see food.
But it's
Yeah.
really hard because they have faces, and if I want to be a sea creature, well, then I would eat myself, and then that would be a cannibal. So I don't know.
asked and answered.
Yeah.
Well, if you're a Pisces, are you an apple Pisces or a cherry Pisces or a pumpkin Pisces?
I would have to say I'm a lemon Pisces because I'm embracing the color yellow.
With whipped cream.
Of course, silly me.
Yeah.
That actually makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, this next question's for you.
Is it a hard one?
I
There's
know-
no math involved, right?
No, Mr. Realistic.
Okay.
Would you rather be credited with the invention of the wheel, which has a little something to do with your job, or be credited with the invention of the internet? First of all, do you know what the internet is?
Mr. Gore.
I used to fish a lot.
Okay, so I'll take that as a no.
Fish?
Uh-oh.
Which one would you pick?
I pick C.
It's an A or B situation, sir. Credited with the invention of the internet or invention of the wheel?
Well, you know what? I think the internet. Because everybody's got a wheel, but not everybody has the internet.
All right. Sounds good. All right, Mr. Mellow Yellow, would you rather never be able to leave your native country or never be able to drive?
I think I'll stay right here because I'm driving everywhere. I got to drive to these schools, otherwise I'd be relegated to being on a school bus with him driving. What would you do?
And the wheels on the bus
Yeah,
go
I'll stay in this
round and
Well,
country.
he drives me anywhere. I'm not allowed to get my driver's license yet, so he drives me everywhere, so I don't have to drive.
Well, why can't you get your driver's license? You're of age.
I'm not allowed.
She flunked the test.
I'm not allowed.
Oh.
That's my story. I'm not allowed. They
She
said
doesn't wanna say.
right.
All right, this next question is for you, Jessie Kleibutt. Would you rather always be overdressed or always be underdressed?
Ooh. I don't know. I mean, I guess I'd rather be overdressed. But am I allowed to take clothes off if I get too hot?
Yes, but you're still somehow overdressed.
I would rather look fancy or have too many clothes than be underdressed or have too little clothes.
Okay, we'll take that as an answer. All right, surrealistic.
There's always a party if you're dressed like one, right?
There's always a party if you're dressed like one, right?
Right.
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 That's what Carmen Miranda said.
Is
When
it?
she had all that fruit on her head.
Okay.
She was always a party.
There. See? That makes perfect sense.
I
I don't
agree
know
with
who
you.
Carmen Miranda is.
Well, look it up on the internet.
But I know she
Google
has
it,
something to do with
millennial.
bananas and pineapples or
yeah,
something like
she had
that.
all that on her head.
Right. Okay.
Yellow
Very
bananas.
pretty woman.
Right.
Is that the Chiquita woman? That's
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm Chiquita.
But
Chiquita
I don't know
banana,
who
and I'm
Carmen
here to
Miranda
say-
is.
I don't know the rest of it.
All right, surrealistic. Now, isn't that the title of an album by an old band from the late 60s? Surrealistic something?
Man, I told you my parents thought they were being funny. They wanted to name me Bend Over.
What's your parents' last name?
Smith.
So was it like a Ellis Island situation where you went to Ellis Island to change it from Smith to realistic? Or how did
That's
that
where
work?
Ellis Island is where they left me.
Every time somebody says bend over, I just immediately want to bend over as if it's a command. I don't know why, and I don't know why I even thought that, but it's what I thought.
I'm still getting over Bend Over Smith.
Yeah.
That would have been Bend Over
It
Smith.
just seems like a command. Bend over. It just
happens when
seems
you're
like a command.
When you're in class,
Yeah.
they're going through
It's like
the
a
name.
Pavlovian thing.
Yes!
You ring a bell.
Bend Over
I-
Smith,
I
and then
don't
all class
know.
bends over.
That was their name, Pavlov.
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 Oh,
That's
Bend
right.
Over Pavlov.
Yeah, they were English.
Okay.
Got it.
Are you a fan of history, like history of the world?
Sure,
two.
why not?
Okay.
I don't remember much of it.
Would you rather live in ancient Greece or ancient Egypt?
Ancient? Well, I don't know. Neither one of them wore very many clothes, so that'd be cool.
Yeah.
And if you're in ancient Greece, there's grease from all that food. You can always lather up. I think I'd like to live in ancient Greece.
Okay. Asked and answered. All right, Mr. Mellow Yellow.
Isn't that where the Greek are in Greece?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be perfect for the name Bend Over.
Exactly. That's
that's
exactly
where it
where
came
it's
from.
going.
I knew
See,
that.
folks,
I read
we-
your
It must have been
mind.
really buried down in there somewhere.
Oh, psh,
We
don't
ask
be
and
going there.
answer the biggest questions on earth. Yeah, you're going to learn a lot on this show.
You had a question for me.
Yes. Mr. Mellow Yellow, would you rather wear an eye patch or have a peg leg?
I'm not going there.
Peg legs are cool.
I'll take the
Peg
peg
leg,
leg for
peg
20
leg.
because if
So
I got, but as
Hey,
long
that's
as
some
you don't,
inappropriate humor for a high schooler.
right, as long as you don't rename me Bend Over with the
Yes,
peg leg.
yes.
Okay. Anyways, I would take the peg leg so I could see if somebody attacked me, I could nail them with the peg leg.
You could have it set up so a little mini cannon in there. Then you
Yeah.
just lift your leg up, aim, fire.
Let that peg leg just blow them away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
Jesse, do you need a Kleenex?
She has a very good sense of humor.
just for class president,
Yes, I agree.
All right.
because I have a very good sense of humor.
Absolutely.
Jesse Kleibutt, which means in German for small butt.
Small but
Would you rather have a monster truck That's what it says on the phone. Would you rather have a monster truck or have a chariot with horses?
A chariot with horses.
Yeah, that was fast.
Just because it's from Greece, and you know.
All right, this is the last one.
What's the horse's name?
Surrealistic. Would you rather be an elephant or be a mouse? An elephant with a big old elephant trunk.
Oxygen.
Yeah.
2, please.
That's hard to decide because the elephant, you got to eat so much all day long just to maintain that size, but then nobody messes with you. But a mouse, you can find food everywhere, and as long as you avoid the feet real good, you can live for a long time.
Are you answering for her? Because it was her question.
Wasn't my question.
Then why did you ask it of me?
Because she was laughing too hard, so you answered for her. Either that or you're a great ventriloquist.
That's why she does so well on her test at school. I help her.
I was thinking the great big elephant, and so I just
That's the trunk threw her.
You're gonna have to give me. You're gonna have to give me another question.
Yes,
then.
one more, and then we are done. Would you rather live to be 200 years old in colonial times, or live a normal lifespan today, in the modern day?
What is the normal lifespan of today?
82 for women.
I will say I'd live today. Because Victorian women, back in Victorian times, had no rights, and they didn't even get to vote until, 1929?
1920.
So, 1920.
Yeah.
So, I would not want to be a woman in Victorian times. Women get to run for class president.
That's right. Even back then, you couldn't even run for class president.
They get to wear.
You didn't even get to go to school.
They get to right. So I would definitely rather live a normal time now than back then.
Like you're doing now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And plus, you got all those fantastic electrical appliances nowadays.
Yeah.
Yep.
Microwave.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. The microwave. Great invention.
Oh, microwave pizza.
Well,
yeah.
I haven't learned how to cook yet. I haven't learned how to cook yet. I'm not allowed to drive. I haven't learned how to cook, so
You're pampered. You're pampered.
I guess I'm pampered, so I need the microwave.
All right.
Is being pampered like wearing
No.
Depends?
No.
Just thought I'd ask.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say it. I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
All right, we're getting to the end of the show.
Well, we could get back to the yellow.
Yeah.
But,
Yellow.
Yellow.
Yeah. Mr. Mellow Yellow says, buy my book, How to Get in Trouble in High School.
Yes.
And where can people find that?
Oh, this is on Amazon on the bestsellers list. It's only $4.95. Free shipping if you order off of this show. And the code ABC123. ABC123, you get free shipping off of Amazon. Look up Mr. Mellow Yellow or How to Get in Trouble in High School.
Or if you vote for me, I'll get it for you for free or at least half price.
Vote for her and get it for free.
Right.
What's that code for getting it for free?
The code for get it for free, man, is look at the dumpster behind Staples.
Dad, my campaign is not at that dumpster, all right? So if you the code should be JFYY.
JFYY.
Yes.
Jaffe.
J for yellow.
Ah, J for yellow. Got it.
And Jessie, do you have a website or anything where people can go and check your views out on?
I'm not allowed to be on the internet either.
Wow. Okay.
So I'm at school. Just go to Kaleidoscope High, and my stickers and my buttons and everything is all over the place. It's really easy to find.
Right, and more importantly, the ballot box is right outside the library.
Right.
Write it down, put
So
it in there.
be late to your first class, according to Mellow Yellow, and then go vote at the library, and you won't talk to anybody because you're supposed to be quiet, right? And
Well, you're
that
supposed to
drives-
show up on time, so get to school early.
Oh, you're
cast
supposed
your
to be
ballot.
Oh.
You really want to make the teachers
right.
mad.
I'm sorry, I got
Okay,
confused.
I'm trying to get you elected.
I'm sorry, you're right.
Okay.
So be an early early bird.
Yes.
Show how early you are, and you
Cast your
go to
ballot.
cast your ballot. You pick up your copy of your book, and you go to class to upset your teachers.
Gonna keep your mouth shut. You got that?
Oh, right, and keep your mouth shut.
And bring them donuts.
And bring them donuts. Well, I want a donut.
All right,
Okay.
Mr. Sir, realistic. Do you have any final words to the audience? out
Any
there?
last words, man?
Any last words?
Okay. Fight the system. EatTheRich.com.
EatTheRich.com. That's
It's
where you can
not
find.
eattherichpets.com. It's eattherich.
Just the
No, I
Just-
love animals, man.
Got it. I'm going to get it straight because, that's a politically charged statement there.
That's right.
And I'm not into politics.
I don't do politics, man. Too
I kind of
confusing.
have to. But I don't like the mess. I don't like messy politics. That's why I say, if you don't be messy and vote for Jessie, because I'm not going anywhere near that kind of stuff.
I totally endorse you.
All right. All right, folks. Thank you for watching. This has been episode 4 of The Andrew Walker Show. And once again, our guests are
Sir,
Realistic.
Jessie Kleibutt for class president.
Mr. Mellow Yellow. That's right, Slick.
All right. Thanks for being on here, folks. And we'll catch up with you next time. And we'll see if we can have you guys back in the future to see where you're at in the future. Everybody at home, thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.
Hey,
Peace out.
When are we getting that pizza? Where's the pizza at? Where's the green room?
J'adore ZaZa, it's out of fragrance, red crystal stainless. Yeah, my jeans they can't rip, to that blunt face, yeah. I'm so close to famous, but I couldn't care less. I'm just here for payment, fuck your conversation. Hey, fuck you talking about, I'll be on that money route. If you ain't, then just cut it out. Counting a whole like 30 rounds, splashing stuff and carried out. Turn an ounce into a pound, I blew up off of word of mouth. Turns up, I can't turn it down. Hey, tell her turn around. What is bound, you know bound. Life's a movie paramount. Cut so purple, buried out. Rockin' purple denim now. She's so cute and I'm in her blouse. I get head, then I'm heading out. The door is ZaZa, it's out of fragrance, but it's pistol stainless. Yeah, my jeans they can't rip, take that blunt face, yeah. I'm so close to famous, but I couldn't care less. I just here for payments, fuck your conversation.